So you guys can go. What do you guys think about Spirit Warrior?
I think if we're gonna go based off that ranking, it was a B. And the reason I
That's
say it is
fair
because
through one season.
great. It's a great book, but a B is like it's a good solid B so far.
Mm-hmm.
I love the book. I love the story. Other than and I already told you the issues or gripes I had with it personally.
Tell everyone.
Other than the, I would say grammar, because I say that
Oh yeah,
personally because I don't
yeah. We're
remember.
talking about story. Yeah,
I don't really remember.
mm-hmm.
But other than one, they do my dog Epios. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about him. Y'all his biggest fan.
Y'all do him dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all do him dirty. Y'all, that boy needs justice for what he goes through.
Dang,
Maybe
bro.
he deserves it. Maybe he deserves it a little bit. Fine, but as the story goes on, that boy, he's one of the top characters in my book.
Keep that same energy for Terrence and Kayla. That's
No, don't.
I'm not gonna front with you.
But
I'm not gonna front with you. I could give Kayla maybe a chance. Terrence, I really don't care. I really don't care if he lives or dies. I really don't.
Move him to neutral. You said, okay.
At first I was, but then he did what he did, and I'm like, bro,
what else did he do?
I'm glad James beat him up. I'm just glad he did. Well, granted, actually, you know what? I'm remembering the story, and I'm like, I can't even fault him for what happened that second time. Because it's like, he just a hornball to me. And I'm just like, bro, keep it in your pants, bro. Like, okay, bro. Well, granted, I can't get mad at him. If you've been, making threes all your life, what's a layup, So I guess, whatever.
That's hilarious.
But like, I'm just saying, he's cool. Kayla, however, she need to figure herself out. I'm not going front. She need to figure herself out. I get it. I understand what they're all going through, but just figure yourself out. James, I love him, but the man is stupid sometimes.
For sure.
Like he's genuinely just like he pisses me off sometimes because I'm like, yo, I get where he's going through and I understand it. And because I understand it is why I have grace and why I'm like, you know what? You need to experience it for yourself. Because he's definitely the type of character that's like, even with warnings, if he doesn't experience it for himself, he won't fully understand it, and he has to go through it. But so far, I'm not gonna lie, I love the story for what it is. I love it for everything it has to offer. I think it could use a little bit more world building, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Like instead of just describing the atmosphere, like actually go in depth with the traditions that are involved, with the things that happen. Like it could use some more world building, and just in my opinion, especially like the Flame Tribe, because I just finished that, and even though we kind of left that, it's like I want to go back just so that we can expand on that.
And we will.
But,
yeah.
I believe you, but I just kind of like want that with this Ocean Tribe. I love it for what it is because it seems as though they have a regenerative ability.
Yep.
I love how you use science in there too, where it's like the human body's made out of water, so it's not shocking that the people who control quote unquote water are able to regenerate. I peeped it and I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, that made sense to me. But it's interesting. I even love how when near the ending, and I'm spoiling a lot for anyone.
No, you can spoil. You can talk about anything. The first book it's been out. You can talk about anything.
Yeah, who has read it? It's just the ending where it's like you see all the soldiers, or you hear all the soldiers getting killed, and this, that, the other, and it's like, bro, y'all weak for real. Y'all, because it's like even the leader is like, are y'all serious? Y'all lose to these things? Y'all suck. Like, and it's funny because it's like in the beginning in the prologue, everybody was talking crap.
Yeah,
we shouldn't need this unity. We shouldn't do this. And I'm like, bro, seems like y'all do for real. The Flame Tribe going through something. Ocean Tribe going through something. Y'all going through a lot. But I also love heavily, and this is honestly it's because I'm Christian, but I say this because it's also kind of honestly great. I love the spiritual themes. I love the like godly themes in it. It makes it sound cool, and it's not like you're forcing Christianity down. You're forcing Christianity down anyone's throat. Like even though everyone quote unquote believes in God here, it's like there's more to it. Because just because they believe doesn't mean they have a relationship. Just because they have a relationship doesn't mean they act like this, that, the other. Doesn't mean they're perfect. And I love that. I love those moments. There are times where I could see people making the argument that if this were to be on film or whatever, it would have those little. We've all been seeing Christian movies. I hope.
Yeah.
Success. Have you?
Yeah, I've seen Christian movies. Yeah.
So we all know the bad things that Christian movies can do sometimes, where everybody's a pastor all of a sudden and they all need to preach something, And I could see that sometimes, where sometimes it does come off like that. But I see for the majority of it, it is a matter of like learning. And I get an anime feel from it, where anyone who's preaching, it's not like preaching in a sermon. It's more so like characters giving a monologue or whatever about inspiration of hope. Kind of like All Might giving something, a monologue to Deku to inspire him, or this, that, the other, or something like that. But I like it for what it is. I love it for what it is. I finished it. I think personally, it again should have ended or should have stopped. The first book should have stopped at Kayla and Terrence, and then we could have started with James's response. I say Caleb because it's James, but James' response. But at the same time, I'm actually glad that we didn't, because it's like, okay, we're now dealing with the after effects. It's like we got a bonus 13th episode in a 12 episode season, and now new season, we're getting something else. But I love it for what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I have nothing but positives to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sure.
For me,
Success.
I think Spirit Warriors is a great story about how the main character Epios overcomes the challenges.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm telling you.
Epios is my dog, bro. That is easily my favorite character.
You're the only white guy. I'm like, yo, and that has nothing. That's something else. You make these people different races, but it doesn't really matter about their race. They are a character before they're a race, and I love that.
That's what I'm saying. I find it ironic that we're getting a story where the main cast is majority black, and my favorite character is the white one.
This is crazy.
Right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what your thought process was when you were writing him, but
I'll tell you.
That's my thought, bro.
I'll tell you.
All right, so I would also say it's B, and I think that's really good for like a developing story. I enjoy it. I think that as a growing Christian, it's interesting to read because you see themes that a lot of, for example, constant struggle with lust. Like that's not topics that a lot of people like in public really talk about in like Christian community. Like that's like something you might do in an accountability group or in confidence with like a couple of friends or something like that. Or you might have a one-on-one with the pastor, but that's a real issue. And obviously, there's reasons why we don't like talk about it in groups. Like, and I'm never gonna talk about lust in the presence of like another woman unless she's an adult woman that I could genuinely really trust. But that is a big theme in the story because they are young adults. Like they are in their 20s, right?
Yeah, early 20s.
Yeah, they're in their early 20s. This is like a struggle for young Christians in especially in this generation now where things are a lot more like and widespread and accessible. Like that is a legitimate concern. Um so the story being you not being afraid to, because personally, because of how shunned it is in church when we talk about things of that stuff, I would be afraid to even put that in my story. Honestly, I would be afraid to talk about themes like that in my story. I'd be afraid to even add cussing in my story if I were to make it Christian themed. So I think the fact that you can do that is good. I think it's great. I think that sometimes there's parts of the story where I'm like, maybe that might be a little too far for what I would do personally. Because I'm like, it's mainly, and I'll get to a point that Asher mentioned, but it's mainly from what it seems like when you do read the book, it seems like it is mainly targeted towards Christians. Can anyone else read it and enjoy it? Yes. But then to get to Asher's point, Asher said that he doesn't feel as if it forces Christianity down anyone's throat. And I know that's not the intention. But if I was reading it as a non believer, because when Asher said that, I started thinking, when I see I'm not gonna incriminate myself like that. When I see something specific that it's like some DEI thing specifically in a show, I'm not like instantly like, oh, this is terrible. But sometimes it comes up so often that it makes you scratch your head, and it's like it feels like as if they're just shoving this in my face
You
because
said
it's not
I just wanted to ask real quick. Sorry, you said DI.
DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
No,
So like
go ahead. Yeah.
that's not your story. That's not your story. I'm
Oh, got
comparing
you.
it.
Okay, you were
Yeah,
comparing
yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That is
Okay,
not
got you,
your
got you, got
story.
you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm comparing it from like from my perspective when I see something like that, and I don't think
I
there's
got
anything
you.
wrong with that
Hmm.
stuff. But like if I see, I don't know, Buzz Lightyear, for example, a lot of people had complained, oh the captain, she had a wife and stuff, and that just felt so forced and it felt so in the face. Some shows do that so much more to the extent where it feels like
It's
right, it feels like it's
unnecessary.
like, did you really have to add that? Did you really need to do that? So to argue to Asher's point, I think if a non-believer did pick up the book, like they did pick up Spirit Warriors and read it, I think that there's enough talk about Christ in there to make them feel the same way. Where it's like, does it really? But mind you, you should look at the cover and see that cross on
Yeah.
the thing and know what you're getting into. But I think that a non-believer definitely would feel as if like it feels like it's being shoved in my face. But if I watch Brokeback Mountain, I can't go in and be like they're shoving a bunch of this is like really gay. It's literally a story about two gay cowboy lovers. Like that's like, so I would definitely because I started thinking about C.S. Lewis and Aslan, and I mean, you do this too, but to the degree that when I compare it to C.S. Lewis, in his story, you could, if you didn't know anything about C.S. Lewis's faith, which at the time I didn't, you can read C.S. Lewis's book and not know that it has a bunch of Christian themes in there, like
Hmm.
a ton.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I didn't,
lie. That is
yeah,
you. The whole story of Jesus went over my head when it
Me
came
too.
to
Me too.
until I'm like I saw my church showing it. I was like, "What? You show this movie?"
right.
And yeah,
Like when I had a sit down lunch with my friend and he was explaining to me how Aslan is like from Narnia. Is essentially
yeah,
like Jesus.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, what? Dude, I knew that C.S. Lewis was Christian. I found that out like maybe 8 months ago. I didn't even know like Narnia had a bunch of Christian themes in it. I thought it was just a fantasy novel. Even Tolkien, who supposedly really like was a big influence on why C.S. Lewis became Christian. They were buddies. Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't be surprised if that also had a bunch of Christian themes in it. I'm pretty sure it does.
apparently it did. It did. It was like a very yeah, it did. Apparently, I don't.
Mm, yeah, you
It's
don't know like specifics.
Narnia was more explicit. But
Hmm.
and like I know the story of Frodo trying to Sam being there for him. That was the idea of a friend being there for you. Like the word talks about
Hmm.
Frodo doing that with the whole it's kind of like the story of this unsuspecting little hobbit is now actually like very powerful through like and he doesn't get power or anything. It's just he's, fighting I guess with strength that's above him. But yeah, it's very kind of Christian themes, especially with Surtur, the demon king or whatever happens. The dragon, da 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 da, whatever.
Hmm. And I'm not saying this to slight your story. I'm saying
Hmm.
this
Yeah.
as their themes are a lot more subtle. That if a non-believer did pick up their book, they wouldn't know that it was Christian themed at all.
Yeah.
Where yours are a lot. You do have themes in there that are Christian themed, but I know from reading the book that this is a Christian book.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to point out.
Yeah,
Honestly, whatever information you take for that, that's not even really a criticism.
Yeah.
And it's not
It's
to
a
slight
fact.
what Asher said either. I just wanted to make those. I did want to make that comparison with if a non-believer were to pick up the book because
yeah.
I have thought about that before. But I didn't give it much thought. Like, what would a non-believer pick up from reading?
This,
Right, exactly. And
I get
that
it.
leads me to another thing, and I wish I had talked to this guy more about it. But growing up, I grew up like very hyper charismatic. So watching anything with like demons or witches or this or that was just always a big no-no. So when I do see stories like Narnia or Spirit Warriors or like it always makes me question. should we be writing about these things? And the guy, I'd asked an author, this guy, he's a really strong Christian. He was at Crew. He was giving a talk, and I asked him, should we be writing about these things and that and that? And he said that there is honestly no issue with it
Right.
because
That's
the
what I think.
nature of how it's written, one, it's not written to like turn you
Glorify.
into an occultist, right? It's not written to do anything that would like essentially take you away from Christ.
Yeah.
If it's written to glorify Christ, like you said, Asher. So it's and it's that's the transition period that I'm in when it comes to like media, because it's like if my mom saw, if she saw me watching Lord of the Rings and she saw me reading Spirit Warriors, she would beat me. Like
That's funny.
What?
she's like, why are you reading this stuff? She's gonna start praying for the next 3 hours.
He's got
Like,
African parents.
yeah,
But then
it's
again, you would bring into question because certain friends have, because I felt not the same way exactly like this, but certain
mhm,
friends have asked me certain things. For example, Caleb has certain themes in his book like sex, right? And
mhm,
it's not like severely explicit, but it is some stuff that does get you thinking. But it's like one of those things where certain friends have reminded me, the Bible has all this stuff in it, right?
That's
Like
true. Yeah.
it's not a PG book. Like the Bible is rated R for a
that's
reason.
true. That is
But that
true.
doesn't make it unnecessary. It's stuff that needs to be said, needs to be heard, needs to be told
Mhm,
for whatever reason that God has it for. So I think when it comes to Caleb's book, I like it for that. I like the fact that it's
mhm,
told that way. I like the fact that God is going to use it in whatever way that He sees fit, because it might not be perfect, but it is something that can be used for Him, right? And even to your point where you were like, if a non-believer was reading it, they could force it. It could feel forced, and that's probably yeah, I can see that. I'm not gonna lie. You made fair points where it's like it's said enough to where yes, I could see it. But I thought about it in terms of certain animes, like for example, JJK. We
mhm.
clearly know it has Buddhist and Hindu um ties to it. Many,
Right,
right?
right,
The
yeah.
sun signs, the abilities, this, that, the other. It's like some of it is creative, others of it is clearly like, I'm gonna say it for what it is, worship to,
Hmm.
whatever beliefs there are, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I saw Spirit Warriors kind of like that, where it's like the religion or the faith is naturally part of that world, so things just revolve around it. It's not
Hmm.
like everyone needs a sermon here and there, but
Mhm,
like if you see a cross, it's not just like, oh, this is specifically a Christian book. No, no, no. It's yes a Christian book, but it just reminded me of like JJK. If I were to see a show about this, the same way it's natural that Sukuna would do a hand sign that represented some
Hmm.
Buddhist or Hindu, whatever, it's only natural that Milliard, for example, wears a cape with a cross on it.
Yep.
Right?
yeah.
That's just what he believes. Right? That's what he believes. That's his thing. It's not like oh, you have to wear this too. You have to. No, no, no. It's not even saying he's not even forcing other characters to do it. He just does it because that's just who he is. It's kind of like that, where in most, at least compared to other Christian media, it doesn't get too preachy for me, in my opinion. It's kind of like evangelism without, how should I say,
It's not formal.
the best way I could say evangelism. Oh, yeah, informal evangelism to a degree. Granted, and it's
Yeah.
like no one's like, yet anyway. No one as of yet is preaching the gospel. Not yet anyway. I don't know if that's what you plan to do in your story. I don't know if that's what God is putting on your heart. But you know, it's kind of like you're not choosing between making a good story and making a Christian story. You're putting both together.
Mhm,
If that
mhm.
makes sense.
No, I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, I think, I do think Caleb's story put with the themes. Like I like when I read JJK, I don't see that. It's definitely an occult book, 100%. But I don't see it as like a specific like a specific like, oh yeah, I'm picking this up. This is like Buddhism, or I'm picking this up and like. But I mean, I 100% am grabbing like reading JJK, fully knowing like this is evil. um.
Now, for anyone on stream, this is not to hinder any beliefs, not to
Right.
badmouth. We're calling it a different
Call
belief.
it. Yeah. That's a spade and spade.
I didn't even peep that I was doing that,
I mean,
but yeah, but I definitely don't want to hold back on my truths. In terms of religion, I can't hold back on that one. I
believe
won't.
it,
I'll
so.
do it in love and respect, though.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just what I'm trying to maintain, kind of like that level of respect.
That love and respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, Kayla and Terrence got to go. I just can't. I can't mess with Terrence.
I get it. Trust me. And even Caleb tricked me a little bit. He was like, "Give Terrence a little more time."
You. That's wild.
I gave him more time, and that man still failed. But like, I see what he means, because it's like, I understand where Kayla's coming from. I understand where she's coming from, because even though I haven't been in her position, I haven't been in her position directly, but at the same time, I understand what it's like to choose between multiple sides and multiple beliefs. Like, that girl clearly has trauma as her identity. She clearly identifies with her trauma, because it's like, girl, you need help, bro. You just need help. You just need it. It's not even she need help. She need to help herself.
Yeah.
Like, just let it go. But like, because there's more to her. Like, there's more you could clearly see. Like, if she let it go, she would actually be like a better character, in my opinion. But that's the whole point of character development, is for her to get better. Terrence, however, you could see where he's coming from, but at the same time, the way he goes about it is like, so, bro, where does this confidence come from when you act like this? Where is this confidence coming from? That's just my question. Because it's like, you have this self-esteem thing when it comes to your dad. You feel like you can talk down to anybody else just because you do this, that, the other. You're a playboy with this, but then you don't like Kayla, but you're willing to do whatever you want with her if she's down. So it's like, you clearly are controlled by your feelings and emotions all the time. Y'all, they both need help. They both are like, I'm so serious. They're like teenagers in young adult bodies. That's just how I see it.
That's most young adults.
Caleb, you're right. That is most. Because just from interacting with certain people, it's like, and I'm not perfect either. There's definitely things that I need to mature in as well.
All of us.
But you said pause.
No, I said all of us. I said all of us. No.
Like, what?
Pause is crazy. That's fine.
With Terrence, if Terrence came to me and said that he was a Christian, it would definitely be he's a nominal Christian.
Yep.
100%.
For sure.
That man Terrence does not actually stand because there's so many guys out there like Terrence who are actually just the biggest stumbling block known to man. Like, for women specifically. Like, Terrence is he's a bad person. He's a terrible person.
I wouldn't say he's bad. He's bad, but he doesn't give himself a chance to grow.
Not yet.
He's a cultural Christian. He's a cultural Christian. He's Christian because that's just what his people are. But in terms of deep beliefs, if he really wanted to become Christian, he would have to come to terms with the fact that God is going to show him a mirror before he shows him anything else. Exactly. He's like, look at this. Look at you first before we start talking about anybody else.
I can't
I'm sorry.
wait
this is.
I think, and as you read more, Asher, you will even further understand what I mean with Terrence. and Caleb is also probably thinking, as I read more, I might come to understand Terrence.
I know you will.
I just don't see that.
I know you will.
No, you don't.
By the end of the second book, I can guarantee you're gonna be like, you know how you were with Superman? You're gonna be like, all right, that's how you're gonna be. I'm telling you.
It's
coming. It's coming.
You will have to pull out. What were you saying, Asher?
I believe him. I'll let it slide. All I know is that my dog Epios gotta grow. That's it.
Epios definitely gotta grow, man.
He definitely gotta grow, because I'm not gonna front. I love him. I care about him. I want to see him succeed. I don't care if he's the only white character in there. He's my dog. He's my dog. Like, I stand by him. Did he deserve the beatings he got at first? Yes. Definitely. However, near the end and even at the fire tribe and stuff, I'm like, man, that man don't deserve that. Because I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. The comedy was funny in terms of every time he called Kayla something weird, everybody was like, I bet you want to say it. But I'm like, what else does it
wonderful.
He's not wrong. He's not.
He isn't wrong.
He's not.
That is true.
He might not need to call her out her name. Sure. Okay. The disrespect. Okay. Might not be needed. However, everybody else just dealing and putting up with that is crazy. That's grace for many people, and
But
that's
it's grace, and that sorry not to interrupt you. It is grace, but the thing is, we talked about how you feel about how she looks, but canonically, she is bad. Like and that's how people are with people who are fine. They just let them get away with stuff and just let them do
That is
whatever.
true.
yes.
Pretty privilege exists, man.
Yeah.
That stuff exists.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's a big part of
true.
why she gets. It's gonna be explored. That's a big part of why she gets away with a lot of stuff that she does.
I was actually about to mention James. He kind of is a simp. Like,
Yeah,
No,
Terrence is
he is.
yeah.
like
He's not kind. He is.
some of the stuff that James lets Kayla get away with
hmm
is like James is about the most spiritually mature of the whole group.
Yep.
No,
I personally
can't
think.
say that.
Oh, you think less than
You can't say that?
Epios? Epios,
The only reason
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. But go
The
ahead.
only reason I say he's not out of the whole group, I'm sorry to interrupt. Success.
No, you got it.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
The only reason I say he's not is because he might know more spiritually in terms of the word, but in terms of living it out,
That's real.
he clearly has like difficulty. Like the
Yeah.
most I would say he
Yeah.
has over the others is like he would know more scripture than them. That's
Mhm.
fine. But in terms of living it out, I feel like they're all like mature.
Not
Other
the
than
same.
the adults, like Milliard is like the most mature. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Yeah.
He is like
Yeah.
the
That
most
is true.
spiritually mature. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. But, like,
I would say though, of Epios, Kayla, Terrence, and James, even though they're all pretty bad spiritually, like James is the most spiritually knowledgeable, but
That's what I think too.
spiritually, he's the least of the four, the least spiritually hungry. Hungry? Is that correct?
Like you're saying
he's
to
the,
grow?
they need to grow a lot more than he does, even though he still needs to grow a lot too.
Yes, a lot.
okay,
like-
so he's the most like spiritually.
He's the best at
fed.
application, even though he
Spiritually
still has a
fed,
lot.
He's out of all four,
Go.
he's the most probably spiritually fed.
Mhm.
Probably
Yes,
fed.
yes. There we go. Yes. Yes, he's the of application. Even though he's also terrible at it.
Yep.
It's like he's actually like he's reflecting on things and he's bringing it back to God and these things and all of those. Like I don't even think Epios mentioned God's name once.
Not really.
I'm not gonna lie, he does it. He lives out God's themes, but you could tell he's gonna need to have that heart to heart with God.
And he will.
He needs
100%. Yeah.
I feel like when he does get it, he's gonna be so good.
He is.
Sorry, but
He is.
he has something that the other three don't, and it's true self confidence. And it's the only problem I have with all three, even except for James, is that their self confidence comes at the fact that they have to put someone else down to feel good about themselves. Like that's not self confidence. That's self esteem issues. That's a self esteem issue.
That's real.
I get where you're coming from, where it's like he's most spiritually fed. He just doesn't listen to his spiritual side. That's the main thing.
No, yeah.
He just doesn't listen to it, but it's there. And I want to know if the others even have a spiritual side. I'm not gonna lie, because Epios, for me, I think he clearly does. He just doesn't believe as much. I don't know what he goes through.
He's not tapped into it per se, maybe.
Yeah, he's not too tapped into it, but he's aware of it. He knows what he got to do. He just doesn't do it because his pride, and his pride gets in the way. Most of their pride gets in the way because in order for them to grow spiritually, Kayla is gonna need to confront her trauma. Terrence is gonna need to confront his trauma. Epios they all got trauma. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Epios needs to. I think
he's gonna need to confront feeling like a failure because that's what it gave off in a minute. Like he failed in front of his father, and his father replaced him with Milliard. And I'm like, bro, that's one thing I will say about his father. His father is not careful with what he does. His father just does things, and I'm like, bro, you should pay more attention because I'm shocked Epios is in a crash out. I'm shocked he's not. I'm shocked he's not like plotting against the country. I'm shocked he's not.
I mean, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about the traitor. I was saying, he could be one, but y'all don't. Y'all blinded by his whiteness, But I'm just playing.
Sound like Dr. Umar.
I'm just playing. That's funny.
I'm just saying he's not, because for me, he's trying to prove his father wrong so bad. He's trying to prove himself wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Him being the traitor would do a disservice to that.
I think Kayla's such an interesting character because of all the trauma she has, and she's like the most, because a lot of people grow up with trauma and don't even realize that they have trauma.
Yep.
They just think that's normal. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Kayla is aware of her trauma.
No, she definitely is.
Yeah, she's aware, but I feel like she is like.
I love how he says, I feel like he didn't write it, but okay.
Well, I'm still learning too. You know what I'm saying? I got 8 more books to write. You know what I mean? But I think she is aware of it, but at the same time, she's never had to do anything about it. Like her life has like been still quote unquote fine, like the way that she wanted. I think these events are actually making her confront it and like consider it and be like, "Dang, I actually am messed up."
Terrence's father called her out. Terrence's father called her out. Hey, stop playing, because I don't know what you playing with, but that boy, he killed all of us. Stop playing with him. So it's like, yo, go confront it. And I think if just like Success said, it's because of the grace given to her. And I feel like I feel like her uncle could have been a little tougher on her.
Yeah.
Because he knows her situation, he has given her grace, which I can't even fault him for. Because it's like he knows her enough.
That's not his daughter too.
It's not. And even I don't even know if he has a kid, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so it's important to see how he treats his kid. Exactly. I want to see that.
Mm-hmm. It factors in.
But at the same time, it's like I think we also have to take into account for him. He understands her situation, but he also understands the type of person she is. She gives the type of person who's not gonna listen. Like she doesn't like to listen.
She gotta be shown.
So it's like, yeah. So it's like even if he tried to tell her stuff, she's not gonna hear it because he tried to tell her. Because there are times he did try to call her out on some stuff.
Yep.
Like, hey, just give this a chance. Da 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 da. And it's like, okay, I can't. What can I tell someone whose ears won't work? You know, what can we do, right? So it's like.
That's what
it is what it is, and it's like canonically, I like how you say that she's the baddest one, and is true. We do give a lot of grace to people that we do find attractive. Let's be honest. We put up with a lot more stuff, but I loved how when Business James was talking, a wife is what signifies success for him. So it's like it doesn't have to necessarily be Kayla. So a part of him will come to terms, or is honestly, I think it already did, but will even more come to terms with the fact of, okay, if she's not the one, then we not messing with each other like that. We're not. But it's like, because I saw when she was when he was giving grace back in the Flame Tribe, he called her out after some time. He's like, okay, what's wrong with you? You da 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 da. And it's like he got mad because it's like, you don't have to like me, but all this extra stuff, you're doing a lot, and it's pissing me off. Like you're doing a lot. So. And with what happened with Terrence, I'm not gonna lie, that definitely hurt my heart. I was like,
that made me mad. That made me like them both equally, definitely. Like that's just insane. That's just insane to me.
It gave crazy a little bit because I'm like, you came there yelling at him and then started making out with him. That's
like
your feelings are all over the place. And I can't say that's crazy, but I can say that's like, you need to just be real with yourself.
Yes.
Or you're going to start hurting other people.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see with the way James was acting, they've been hinting at that darkness since the first day. I'm not going to lie. They've been hinting at it, which as I will give comments like, props to you, Caleb, because you know how to foreshadow. Oh my gosh. And those three dark beings, I love how even the demons here aren't like anime kind of demons where they're super cool, this, that, the other. Yes, do they give kind of a cool vibe? Okay, I can see what people mean by that. But they also give like a Sukuna vibe where they're not like here to help anybody.
Nope.
They're gonna kill if they see they're gonna kill if they want to. They're not like here to help anybody.
Yep, absolutely. And my bad. No, you go. I was gonna say them to you, Success, about what he just said, but no, go ahead.
I was because it made me want to go back to James, because the obvious answer anyone would give James is let her go.
Yep.
Literally gave her the answer. Epios literally.
Yeah, which is hard because when you really like at this point, James is just in love with the idea of being with her.
Yes.
At this point, because she is just not treating him like a human being.
Nope.
She is doing things like and it is not like we know that she's interested in him to some capacity because she was even astonished when they went on the date.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the fact that she would like, oh my god, and it's so real. It pisses me off because it's so real. It's so real that you would go and start arguing with someone, and the next thing you know, you're making out with them in the bed. Like that's insane. That happens in real life.
Yep.
Like that's
It's straight
crazy.
laugh though, because she's
That's
liked him
crazy.
for like the longest.
Mhm.
But it's
Right.
really like we could easily tell he never liked her. He liked her sister. He just a hornball. That's why he's with her. That's really
And the,
it.
and the thing is, ideally, realistically, at that point, you just have to let it go. You have to let someone like that go because they don't.
We're not
She
gonna see
obviously
anything
doesn't know
else.
what she wants in that context. Because, bro, I don't know. But
For me
to get back on
personally,
the
I think she does. I really think she does. She just is not willing to admit it. She because I'm getting the vibe that she wants to be her sister so bad, but she's not. Like she's not willing to admit that she's not her sister. Like you're not gonna get the man that you think you want. You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do that. Like your sister, literally, even though her sister is great and everything, I feel like everybody else is aware of something that she's not. That her sister, despite being so great, is still in a coma. How did she get in a coma? So it's like
even her sister wasn't that good of a person. Like I guess you have to. My bad. You kind of got to read
no,
for
I don't
that.
mind it. I'm right. I don't mind it. Like I don't mind her sister not being that good of a person. It's just her sister was still her though. And at least her sister was willing to, at least for me, what I'm getting the vibe is at least her sister is willing to accept who she is.
Yes.
And yeah, she might not be that good of a person, but she was still at least someone that people were, I want to say, attracted to, not just based on looks, some level of her character.
Yes, they were, for sure.
Yeah, but James' irregulation of his emotions, quite literally, and I think it's a good mirror. Like when we don't have our emotions in check through God with God, we don't. We could do some stuff that affects a lot of people. As you've seen, James was he quite literally caught a bunch of bodies that arc.
Yeah.
Indirectly because of the fact that he decided, and you can kind of compare it to it's interesting because if you look at Samson, right, we know how that story ends. We know why it ends that way.
Yeah.
You
Right.
kind of even think with like it's like the blatant signs are there. Like you got to just let her go. Like she wants to know your secret to your strength. So and Kayla's not deliberately doing this, but the reason why I compare it to is because it's like everyone in that temple, including Samson, died.
Yep.
And Caleb, I mean not Caleb, James. Yeah, the fraudulent slip. It's too similar in the names.
That's funny.
James, he how many times? I felt like I said Caleb like
That
a
was
lot.
first time. That was first time.
Oh, okay. James, he like a lot of people died, whether or not they were sorry or not. Like, and a lot of infrastructure was destroyed, whether or not it could be put up a lot, solely because of the fact that he has, and it's real. I mean, even as young adults, there's a lack of maturity and judgment and being able to regulate emotions properly.
Yeah.
Because had he just even just the thought of just, you know what, I may still like her, but I'm getting over her, probably could have, maybe if he did some of those spirits, they wouldn't have been as strong.
Yeah.
Just being able to come to the terms of the fact that I probably will never be with this person, or not even that, because that gives you a glimmer of hope. I need to move on from this person. Like would
Just listen to
do him.
Epios' words.
Sorry.
Essentially, he just needed to listen to Epios' words. Like, if this person
Right.
really liked you, they would showcase that respect. And because they
Right.
don't, they're not worth that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I love Epios for who he is, because it's like, even though he's not he can still work in his relationship with God. One thing that he knows about himself is his identity. And that's something that I love about even what you kind of, I don't know if it was purposely, inadvertently, or purposely did, made Epios a prince, Caleb. And as children of God, something that God wants us to learn before anything else is our identity in Him.
Yep.
That as long as we're princes and princesses of the King, nobody can tell us anything. Like we are like children of the Most High. That's a solid foundation. And in the story, no one can tell Epios anything because he's a prince. Like, yes, does he need to work on certain things? For sure. But you're not going to disrespect him to his face and he's just going to be like, oh, fine, cool, great. He can give grace here and there. But at the same time, it's like he's not gonna like kind of like James just simp over it. Like put his self-respect to the side just because of a feeling or this, that, the other. No, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I can give grace here and there, but Epios is like, I don't mess with these people. I don't come here. I'm only coming here to do one job and one job only. That's to make our people da 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 da. So I'll put up with what I got to put up with, but we're not doing more than we got to. So I agree with you, Success. It's the maturity is lacking, but I mean, we're all young adults here. We understand what it's like to be in their shoes, even if it pisses us off.
Yeah, it's like some of the stuff I'm reading. It's like a lot of the stuff is like I'm going through that right now, like getting over a girl or what else dealing with trauma and stuff like that. And just reading them, it's like it does teach you about giving some characters some grace. Like I do need to give Kayla and Terrence some grace,
I'm telling you.
but I'm not.
They're at least they're characters in the book,
Yeah,
They're
I'm
not
saying
real life. It's not real life.
because it's characters in the book. Whatever S rank gets you to, you want to pull out and cast on me with the words to make me change my opinion about them. You do that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
But
I guarantee you it's gonna happen. All the people who have read ahead of you, Success, and of course you, Asher, as well. Terrence is beloved. I'm telling you, he's beloved. So
I hope these people need help.
he is
These people
beloved.
need help.
Kayla is not beloved. She's just liked.
What?
But to
I
this
thought
point,
Kayla would have been more loved than Terrence. I'm not gonna lie.
there's a period. There's definitely a period where she is going to be beloved. I'm talking about like what's been written so far, I guess. But like Terrence,
Okay.
Terrence is like everyone's favorite characters. Like as of later, Terrence is definitely like he's probably like top three, no less than top.
I will ask of the people who do know their characters, how many of them are women?
One.
I want to say that's probably why the disparity is so low for Kayla. Like that's why it's like because not a lot of them are women.
So you think that women would give Caleb more grace?
I think so naturally.
I
Like
think
how I feel like a man would
no,
probably.
you're right.
I
No,
personally
no,
don't
you're
want to
right.
give Terrence any grace. He's worse than Kayla.
You're right. But it's interesting because there is one girl, and she is what you just said. It's interesting to me. She said no matter what Kayla does, I love Kayla. I know she's wrong and this and that, but like I still love her. But another girl is like she doesn't give because they're both girls. She doesn't give Kayla any grace, which is funny to me.
Which is what Success is doing to Terrence. Like, because
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be in his. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that he knows exactly what it's like to be in Terrence's shoes, but because he knows guys like that, he's like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not, no.
Yeah.
And I kind of am the same, where I kind of feel like Kayla. Well, okay. The only reason I say I would give Terrence probably something over Kayla is because it seems like we're gonna in the second book anyway, we get to learn more about Terrence.
For
Because
sure.
at least in the first, we saw his trauma, we saw this, which is honestly, I'll gotta give you props for the power system. Because you gave actually a good way to showcase backstory without kind of the animes doing it.
Mhm.
A character has a certain ability that results in them exercising their fear and trauma. So in turn, we get their backstory. So I got to give props to that because I'm not going to front. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that in terms of when I write my stories, I was gonna do the anime version. Let someone be close to death, and whoosh, they start thinking about it. And hey, I'm not saying that's bad, because death really can have you thinking about your past. It really can. Um, but it's just I like that creative way of doing it. But I see how people view Terrence. I see how people view Kayla. I think Terrence, does he join the group too? Maybe.
Yes, he
I
does.
wouldn't.
Spoiler
Oh,
alert, I guess. Yes, he does.
okay, so it's one of those things where I'm like, I feel James is gonna be pissed. I'm
Yep,
so serious. That man
for
is gonna
sure.
be pissed. He gonna be like, listen, I don't care for this dude.
Hmm.
I feel like he's gonna be in a whole I don't care stage for Kayla, where it's just gonna be that man gonna be depressed. I'm sorry. And the success you can either confirm or deny, but that man gonna be depressed.
Yeah.
But
However, yeah, it's fine. Whatever you
Want
want
me
to
to
say.
confirm it today?
yeah,
As long as we don't don't give out any like major plot points.
I don't mind.
But or other than that, like it's fine. Like
I
whatever.
don't mind.
Actually,
Confirmation.
say what you can say what you want. Success.
Mhm.
We'll put that part behind like the Patreon part for spoilers or whatever, stuff like that. So it's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, say what you
I,
want.
I
Say what you want.
I will.
As long as make sure Asher wants whatever spoilers you're gonna give. But
Listen, I asked for it, so success has every right to.
I won't give too much detail because I want you to read it yourself. But you were on the nose with what you said. There
Okay.
is hate for Terrence. There is depression. What else did you say?
I think James just won't mess with Terrence. He won't mess with Kayla for real. Because of what happened. And I think also Kayla actually might get hurt too, because I just remembered that Terrence did just admit in front of everybody that he won't mess with her, that he doesn't actually care about her. Like, oof, that
Which
hurts.
is crazy because I wholeheartedly believe, and I'm not. This is based on what I know about Kayla's character, that she would still run back to him anyways. I
Yeah,
wholeheartedly believe that,
he probably will, but I know that he doesn't really care about her for real.
and
Just
he said it. Like he's made it
like
known to her.
not just he said it, but like the man has. That's another thing I like about the book. You let your men speak for real. Like they are like that saying of believe a man when he says something. Like when he says he is something, believe him.
yep.
If he says he don't like you, girl, he really don't like you.
Nope.
Don't play. Terrence is a player. That man will do whatever he want to do. But I get what you mean. I get that she will go back to him. But I think for this one, I think she needs to learn to one love herself and be the second book. That's where she's learning it. But I think also her and James, their relationship has changed, and I think it's gone down, in my opinion. Because at least I'm experiencing this from my point of view. If I was in James's shoes, I would look at Kayla differently.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
And um without spoiling anything, I'll let Success give any spoilers per se. But he definitely does view the situation differently in some ways. But he does still, in some aspects, still want to be with her. That's all I'll say. So
Which again, I wonder if he ever will consider this like the again it's just the idea of being with her because she is and the story is set it up this way is so an objectively beautiful, not subjectively, objectively beautiful person.
mhm.
Um, so I wonder if it's if Terrence and we get a lot of internal monologue, but like I wonder if he comes to the realization that I don't actually really want to be with her. I want to be with this idea. Like I just like the idea of being with her
Mhm.
because she's so beautiful. Like you
Terrence
can
or
then.
James?
James.
Oh, did I say Terrence? I
Yeah.
meant James.
Hmm.
Because I
James,
think
yeah.
James is the same. Because I think that is true. Because even business James is like a wife represents success to him.
Hmm.
It's
Mm.
not he's not worried about Kayla for herself. He is, but he's also like if a better girl comes along, someone that gives him a better chance that makes him feel better, he'll probably switch up. I wouldn't be
Which
shocked if he I wouldn't be shocked if he does, in my opinion.
book one is Brooklyn in book one?
No, she's in book 2.
She's mentioned in book one, but
Dang it! I guess I kind of yeah.
I don't mind it.
No, not
Yeah,
necessarily.
it's
Not
right.
necessarily. Yeah,
because you didn't spoil it for me. She's mentioned, and Caleb and I had kind of already spoke about her.
a little
So
bit.
it's
Yeah,
like I
not
don't
that
mind it
much. Yeah,
because I'm not gonna lie. If Caleb wants to go after her, hey, bro, she seems like a better option. I'm just saying. If James wants to go after her,
yeah. Mhm.
I'm just telling him to shoot the shot. I'm just saying. You clearly see where Kayla stands. I'm just saying, girl need to figure herself out. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if people go after the one who may or may not mess with you. At least Brooklyn seems healthy. I don't know. I didn't read it, but she seems healthy.
Definitely seems healthy. That's for sure.
That's the first sign to a healthy relationship. You got to be healthy yourself.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No, it's good conversation on this though, because it really does make you think, like spiritually, uh, on like a relational level on these topics like trauma and relationships and believing in yourself and confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It also showcases what you kind of view as an idol
Hmm.
can really hurt you. Because
Big thing.
for James, it's his view of success really is such an idol to where it's blocking him from the very success he's going after.
Yep.
You know, like he's willing to put up with certain things that he shouldn't put up with. He's willing
Mhm.
to do certain things. Like he's not calm. He's impulsive.
Yep.
Like he's very impulsive, very this, that, the other. And it's like, I get it to a degree. Because even if we look at how he was ready to fight Terrence for what happened with Kayla, I'm not shocked that he did that. They both had a great date. Like, they both might not admit it, but they both enjoyed each other's time.
Mhm.
He saw Kayla in a way that she refused to present herself
Yep.
for a long time. So it's like any guy would think that if you do that, I have a chance,
Mhm.
right? Like it's not shocking, but now that whatever happened, now I'm not gonna say whatever happened. We all know what happened, but now that what happened, it's kind of just like a spit in the face.
For sure.
Just like, okay, I don't even care anymore. If you want to go after him, fine. I'm just like, I could see those spirits bothering him some more. I'm not gonna lie. I could see them now having more sway.
Mhm.
But what I love about it is kind of what you said to the point success. Without God, a lot of things can happen that shouldn't happen. Because
Mhm.
the story showcase, anytime God spoke, that boy did not listen. James did not listen at all. Epio spoke, James didn't hear him. He refused to listen to him. His own spirit spoke, he refused to listen. I'm like, even when he was quote unquote crashing out, involuntarily, of course, the spiritual side of him never came out. It never came out. And I'm like, okay, all right. I like the hood one was leading, but that spiritual side wasn't. But
Yep.
okay. And it's clearly showcases also. That's also what I kind of like about, I guess, the whole thing. In terms of power, James is OP.
Yep.
James is OP, but it's like, it's not in a not a solo leveling fashion.
Yep. James is going
Like,
to, as he already has. Um, this is, I guess, with other friends, people who have, whoever like read more. I honestly compare James to Mark in the sense that James does not win a lot of fights, even though he is OP. But I think James, this is my opinion, is written way better than Mark is in Invincible. To what's been shown in the show.
oh, in Invincible, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. He is written way better because even if, for me, it's not even that he doesn't win; it's that he seems credible.
Yeah.
Even when he doesn't win, he's clearly not credible. But when he does, I don't know. It just is. The only times he was like a joke was when he first fought Epios,
Mm-hmm.
and I think when he fought someone else, when he was learning how to fight. Okay, that's fine. But at least with other stuff, it's like, well, it's different than Mark from Invincible because Invincible is over here trying to be the world's strongest hero, this, that, the other.
He
James
stinks.
James never said he was the strongest,
Nope. He wants to
and
go home.
everybody knows that he's not.
Yeah.
Right, so you can't apply the same thing, right? So it's like it would have been one thing if Milliard was losing all the time. That would have
Right.
been like, what? What are you doing? But
That is just funny when you
I'm
said
just
that.
saying,
You said,
I'm just
"What are you
saying,
doing?"
I'm just saying, I like the story for what it is. I like the story for what it is. Like Success said, it's a good B.
Yeah,
For now, anyway. I have to read the second. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to read it badly. I do.
yeah. It would have been out already, but we've had some complications. But by the end of the month, that's the goal. By the end of the month,
Okay.
we're just waiting on this. We're just waiting on the cover for the second book. That's literally all we're waiting on, and it's being worked on right now. So,
All right. I
but yeah,
respect it. I can't wait for the manga version of it to come out. It's kind of like reminds me of Corey Kenshin's manga.
yeah,
It had a
yeah,
whole trailer, everything.
yeah. Hopefully, we're shooting for January for that. So, but yeah. What if you guys can remember? This is one of the questions I wanted to ask too. We talked about it for a while. What was the moment like while you were reading it that you were like, all right, like this is good, like this is a good story, like this like stacks up with the other anime, whatever you want to say that you've seen.
There was no specific scene. It just felt like a show to me.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like I kept watching it, and I would always be interested in something happening. Like even there were times where I put it down and I actually wouldn't go back to it for a minute. But it was like it was never because of the quality. It was just like, that was just me. It was
Yeah.
never like, oh, this book is bad. It would just always hook me. I think from chapter one, it would hook me. Or at least after the Milliard and Gray fight in
Yeah.
the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the most times it felt like a long, drawn out story was probably the prologue.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it. Everything else felt like a great read, in my opinion.
What was the question? I was kind of lagging.
Oh no, you're good. It was like, what was the moment like when you were reading it where you were like, okay, like this is good, like this is great, this is a good story, like this stands up to like other anime or shows and stuff like that I've seen.
I want to say where I could confidently say that it stands up to other anime in all aspects. I want to say during the school arc towards the tail end.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if I were to watch the episode, like let's say we put this in an anime format, we
Yeah.
see the first episode, Gray and Millie are throwing hands, like anyone's gonna be hooked by that. Because
Mhm.
especially if it has really good animation, like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? And then you see these people playing football, and then two superpowered freaks come and murder everybody. Like anybody is gonna be interested in that from an anime standpoint. But I think up until the end of the school arc, that's when everything starts fitting together. Like you're getting characters that are getting fleshed out. You're getting story, and you're getting to see like James is about to embark on this journey to go and reunite the nations. Like all of that was set up kind of like that world building setup, at least in that area. But it did set the precedent that there are these nations and they use these different abilities and they do these things, and then it set the tone for like how certain fights are gonna go. These like Epios and James literally were going to kill each other.
Yep.
Um so I think that it really that's where I would say it would start standing among other anime at that point, and then even more so towards the end of the Flame Tribe arc.
Yeah. Um, this is one of my things. Y'all might laugh my head off for this. I I still think so. It's interesting to me. I think, and I know Ashley, you don't feel this way. We talked about it. I still think that Milliard is a better character than Epios, and I think like Milliard is gonna be like the Gojo of the show in terms of popularity and like this and that. Even though he's absent for a good chunk of this arc and stuff like that. I think from his showing in the first arc alone, from a show standpoint, we'll see whenever that happens and stuff. And just the other things he'll do later in the arc and such. I think he's gonna be like the Gojo, but I feel like y'all would think, or y'all's opinion is that Epios is gonna be the most popular character, which at this rate he is gonna be the most popular character. But yeah, just what do you guys think about that? Because I think Milliard is super dope. But
Biggest example that comes to mind off rip is Bakugo. At the
mhm,
start of the story, this dude was just honestly one of the most annoying characters.
yep,
personally. He was just hating on Deku. He was jealous of him. He was bullying him, stuff like that. What towards the latter half of My Hero, when he started turning around, he easily started becoming one of right behind Mirio. He's probably my second favorite character. Like Bakugo is a really good, well written character because it go like he's shown the most development out of anyone in that series, even more so than Deku, I would say.
Yep.
Um, and Epios quite literally is almost that same character. He goes from being one of the most hateable characters to literally my favorite character because he starts off as this deplorable, grotesque character where it's like he embarrasses James, he's literally calling him names, he's trying to murder him, to one of the most funniest characters. One of the most, I don't want to say he's the most relatable, but he's funny and he's also pretty wise too. Like he's confident in himself, and he's so confident in himself that he knows what he's talking about when he says something.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the things he was literally like, man, I don't like you, you but big bumbling idiot, but I'll give you this advice. Like, and he will literally like he's like the voice of like even Asher was saying like God is giving Caleb these signs, like, someone's coming and saying, well, I don't think this is really the person that you should really be going after. And Caleb is like, nah. Like, and he's also saying what's on our hearts too. Like, we would tell Caleb, like, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. And um Epios is sort of kind of that voice too, where it's like we can reason with Epios, even if we wouldn't reason if we were in James' shoes with Epios. At least from an outside perspective looking in, we can like he's a lot more relatable than Milliard, in my opinion.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, I think something that success, and he hit on nail for me, because I'm like, you immediately kind of, I think I like how you compare your story to JJK when I think you should compare it to My Hero, where Epios is
Mhm.
Bakugo, wow, instead of Gojo. Milliard, yes, is like Gojo in terms of power, but not popularity, in my opinion. Like
Mhm.
Milliard is more so like All Might or Aizawa, or a teacher who's like dope and great, but like he has his own standing, right? Epios and James are different. They're in their own. They're in the whole like main characters, this, that, the other. A different generation, if you will.
Mhm.
So it's kind of different. Even though Millard isn't he around their same age?
He is around
but
that age, yeah.
yeah,
About like a couple years older, right?
but yeah.
Something like that.
Um,
Yes.
But I think it's the same. Like he hit on the nail with Bakugo. Epios is someone who honestly is the second main character of the show. Like he he's someone that you don't like, that you don't mess with. He's someone that you don't even think is gonna last that long. Like he's that annoying character. You don't even think he's gonna last that long, but he keeps showing up.
Mhm.
There's more to him. And even kind of like what Success said, he's wise. Like that man might have pride issues and he might struggle with courage,
Mhm.
but he has confidence. He has self-esteem. He knows who he is. And that man is not like, he may struggle with courage, but that doesn't mean he can't fight. Like, because like Success said, him and James were about to kill each other.
Yep.
If anything, there was a stalemate until someone showed up and was like, oh, they're both knocked out. Let's handle that.
Mhm.
But like it's one of those things where for him, there's nothing but you see nothing but growth. I think out of all the main characters, he grew the most so far.
I agree. For
Like,
sure.
some-
Yeah.
This is someone that he grew the most. He's willing to give James encouragement, and he's willing to help James. He's willing to encourage him. He's willing to, like, out of everybody, James would probably see him out of all the close friends as a brother more than anybody else here.
Yep.
Other than Milliard, obviously, he would see, like, Milliard would be his older brother, quote unquote,
Mhm.
but Epios would be like, I couldn't even say older or younger. It was just equal.
Yeah.
They're
Peer.
equal.
Mhm.
Like So it's someone that honestly with you, you can't help but love Epios. Like I get that animated Milliard probably would be quote unquote, I don't know. But at the same time, I definitely know that people are gonna love Epios for who he is. It will probably throw some people off how it's like, oh, he the only white character, he's da 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 da. He's not the only one, obviously, but
Right.
so far
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh,
the
prominent.
main
Yeah.
yeah, the main white character.
Mm-hmm.
But like he I'm not gonna lie, he deserves all the attention he's getting. He does.
Mm-hmm.
The man is supportive. He's there for James. He cares about him. Even like they're willing to be stupid and like what was it? They planned on a boat to see people changing or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. They're willing to be stupid, and he like Epios originally would have never done that.
Yep.
He would have never done that.
Mm-hmm. I think he suggested it.
You're right, and it's like he did it because out of pettiness. Like he did it out of pettiness, and it's like he's just someone that at the end of the day, it's a bully turned friend thing, and those are kind of sometimes the best stories to kind of have because it's like you see people through a different light, and you kind of see Epios through a different light. Even though James did the same, Epios changed and tries to understand him. So it's like you can't do anything but love Epios. This is why, like when he got beat by Terrence, it didn't have the same effect as when he got beat before. Because it's like I don't see the bully anymore. I see the one who was like captured by these random people. He doesn't know who these people are, and they're disrespecting him.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, I support it. Don't play these games. Like, so I listen. I get that Terrence may be loved sooner or later, but I'm not gonna lie. He got to work. He's got a long way to go if he's trying to outdo Epios. He got a long way to.
And on that point, man, success. I was smiling when you brought up that Bakugo example because when I was initially plotting these characters out, like their overarching arcs and this and that, guess who Terrence was based on? Yeah, he was based on Bakugo. So you cooked yourself, buddy. You cooked yourself, buddy. You cooked yourself.
He was based on Bakugo's anger. That's what he was based on. Because Epios way aligns more with Bakugo than anybody else in that story. I'm sorry, he does.
He definitely does.
We'll see as we keep going. But I'm just telling you. So that's confirmation that you're gonna love Terrence. That's confirmation. That's all I had to hear.
Maybe.
It's confirmation because Terrence. That's my dog. That's my dog. He's one of the. You'll see.
You got the same thing that the Tower of God author has, where it's like everybody hates Rachel. Everybody hated her for what she did to Bomb, but he was like, he knows there's more to her, so he loved her. And I'm like, I get it. You're the one who created these characters, so you know what plan you have for them. It's kind of like, if anything, we can kind of see it as symbolic as God with us. But nonetheless, I get it and I respect it.
Yeah. But, I mean,
now, as of now, Terrence need to get his act together. His father just chewed him out, so I hope he hears something. I hope Kayla, success, you can identify that for me. But I hope Kayla learns from this little event that happened with James to not play with people, but to also be. Now, I can't even say it's not like she's purposely playing, but at the same time, you got to figure yourself out because as you can see, your actions are not just affecting you.
Rome wasn't built in a day, man. That's
okay. Well, hey, it took progress. I get it. It took progress, but I need them to come to terms and, they just need to grow, I guess, as young adults because this is where they kind of realize, hey, if people don't like you, you don't struggle to be liked by people because it just work. It just won't work. Kayla's gonna get hurt. James is gonna get hurt. Epios, he doesn't even get hurt. It's just his mouth. His mouth gets him in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Like his mouth gets in a lot of trouble. Terrence, I'm not gonna front. I need to know what happens to that second book because I'm not gonna lie. Hood James talked down to that boy.
Yep.
He talked.
Oh yeah, he was messing him up too.
He really killed that boy. He was like, "Listen, you suck. I just need you to let's have a heart to heart real quick. I'm gonna shoot you in the head, but let's have a heart to heart real quick. You suck. You just need to know you suck. Your mama suck. Your daddy suck. Y'all just.
All right, that's it. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
You feel yourself a little too much, but all these muscles and you still getting whooped.
Yeah.
All this women and you still getting whooped. Like, dang, you really think you'll be someone like your daddy, but you really not though. Man, it sucks.
Like when I was reading that part, it was so satisfying. I'm like,
It
man,
was.
That's
It was so
hilarious.
just kill him, bro.
It was
Just kill him.
satisfying.
Man, I felt bad for him.
I
Nope.
enjoyed hearing it. I did not feel bad. I'm not gonna say I did not feel bad. I felt bad slightly, but I felt like it was deserved. For someone so
Yeah.
prideful, you needed to be humbled. He needed to be humbled, and he was. I just need to know. I'm so serious. In the second book, does he remember that? Does he remember that?
He does.
Okay, as long
Yeah.
as he does, because I can see why him and James got beef.
Mm-hmm.
James
major
don't like
beef.
him because of Caleb. He don't. He got beef with James because James technically beat the crap out of him. But we're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, and for more reasons than that, I'll say too that Terrence is going to end up having beef with him.
I hope it's not a love triangle thing.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not. Terrence doesn't like her, so it's
Yeah,
not. Yeah,
I'm
it's
just.
not gonna be a love triangle.
I could just see Epios watching everybody eating popcorn, just like,
Yep.
you all just joke.
Yeah, he
Oh
said
my God.
you fiends.
He's like, you feed. Oh my gosh, just ate his popcorn. Oh my, we came here for one job,
Mm-hmm.
and you over here dealing with all this other extra foolishness.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna front with you. I love Epios because of that, because he's reminding them we came here for one single job.
Mm-hmm. That feels like we came to sit in meetings, bruh. Like
I'm not gonna front. They're not lying. They can't sit down and have diplomacy. Doesn't exist here for them. It doesn't exist with them.
Yeah, there is not one. Okay, there's one of the countries that they're gonna visit where they actually do end up having some diplomacy. But yeah, it's only one.
I like the book overall. I like the book overall.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we covered most of the questions. I guess I'll ask you: did you guys have a favorite moment and or a favorite plot twist?
Okay. Did I have a favorite moment or favorite plot twist? Trying to think. I think I do recently. I think where I'm at, Caleb.
Yeah,
The
that's
factory.
fine.
I
Yeah,
think that
Factory
has
is
been
peak.
one of my favorite.
Factory
The
is peak.
factory was pretty good.
Factory is peak.
And it also
Okay.
gave us.
It's the
I
second
won't
book.
explain it. Yeah, it's the
I know.
second book.
I'm preparing mentally. Okay.
Yeah, Factory.
Yeah.
Factory is peak.
Factory is really good. I think, and I can't really remember it well, but I think Gray versus Jiren or
That was in
it
the first arc.
Marcus?
Yeah.
It was Jiren and Laura, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting
Jiren and
too.
Laura.
And I think plot twist. I want to say it's not really a plot twist, but I honestly thought Laura was going to be a part of the main cast.
Yeah.
I thought the main cast was going to be Caleb,
Yeah.
Laura, Marcus, and Jiren.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcus and Jiren just disappeared. Obviously, they're still at school. Laura straight up died. Like,
Yep.
We don't need Jiren. I'm still waiting for Jiren. I'm like, I know that man is alive, but they don't speak.
oh yeah,
that's my
Jiren. Yeah, he has
dog.
the whole spirit thing. Yeah,
That's
I know.
my
Yeah,
dog.
he's not at school.
The thing is, Billiard was like, he said Laura died. He didn't say Jiren did, and I'm like, bro, but we saw what happened. Okay.
That was funny.
I knew he wasn't dead. But I'm just saying, what happened to that boy?
Yeah, Jiren. There was a hint of it in the date chapter. What happened to Jiren? All I will say, I won't say when, but Jiren is one of the best characters in the entire story, like all the way through to the end.
It says
That's
that
all I'll
about
say.
every character. You say
Okay,
that about
okay, yeah. But I'm just telling you, I like that. That is my dog right there, bro. Like,
I need Marcus to come back. That's what I need. Because
Marcus-
Marcus was
he gonna be
Epios
back.
before
He's
Epios
gonna be
came.
back.
Marcus
Yeah.
is sitting on the toilet pooping, bro. Man, that man ain't doing
You're
nothing
right.
but pooping.
I'm not gonna lie. Marcus was Epios before Epios came.
That's true.
But
Yeah, Marcus.
success. I'll let you finish with the twist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I thought that they would be a part of the main cast. Like you get established to a main cast early on in the story, and I thought that's what that was going to be. It's more so like One Piece, where the main cast just comes like throughout the like in One Piece, we got Jinbei. How many chapters are we talking? Like before he
I'm not
became
gonna
a main
lie.
character?
I didn't think he was gonna be in there at all. I was like, I thought they were
Right,
finished. His main
exactly.
character.
Now he's a main character. So it's interesting. That's one of the bigger ones. I'm trying to see of what I actually read and didn't just get from Caleb directly. Well, I'm trying to think of more plot twists.
I got mine stuff.
I think that's the biggest
Yep.
one for sure.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think the biggest plot twist is definitely, which we already touched on, was Kayla and Terrence. But yes, that is definitely a subversion twist, whatever you want to call it, which you
So
mentioned
far,
as well.
the biggest pop to so
Oh
far.
yeah, there's stuff that like I mean I don't know. I feel like when I was plotting, I was studying Attack on Titan. I was like the way they hit them twists. That's how I'm trying to hit them. So there's
Okay.
some huge stuff that I feel like is unexpected that will happen.
For me, I don't have a favorite moment, but I think one of the best moments that happened in the story for me was when James released all his grief
Yeah.
at the end of the first book, and then those different time of James came out. Like I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to be that detailed. I wasn't expecting it to be that in depth. We didn't see two versions of James. The lust one, no, we saw the lust one. We didn't see the gluttonous one and the one who can
Yeah, guys.
become a doppelganger, right?
Yes.
So we didn't see those two, but at the same time, I loved how the fight took place, how everything took place, how entertaining it was, and even like just a lot of unexpected things happened. Even the fight against Terrence, I didn't think it was gonna go that way. The amount of challenges he offered to his father, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. The amount of damage he caused, it was just very unexpected. And even the battle between him and Gray, I'm not saying it to me out of all of them, that was probably the driest for me.
That's real.
But at the same time, it was still a good event that happened. In terms of twist, I would say probably the Kayla and Terrence, just because it was
Oh,
massively
bro, how could I forget about that? Bro, how could I forget about that? Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah,
Bro, that was oh
just
my
because
gosh, that made me mad.
it was unexpected and like it was like this randomly happened. Like you could really like I thought about it when he was like running up this, that, the other. He was like, "Where's Zay?" And it's like, where's Terrence? And he didn't see Kayla. I was like, okay, something shady is probably gonna happen between them. I just didn't think I was gonna be right. I didn't think I was gonna be correct about that, or at least, assume that. But it was it was just cool and interesting. Well, yeah, well, it wasn't cool to see, but at the same time, in terms of twist, it definitely was a cool twist and something worth watching. Honestly, I'm thinking about something else. Other cool moments, I guess. One cool moment, I guess, would be when Terrence's father, I think Okpa, was trying to take James out of the bubble, and he
Yeah.
saw those three heavy spirits to the point where it made him pee his pants.
Mhm.
Like, and it was like that was honestly cool to me because it was like these guys are like evil. Like
Yep.
this is real. Like these guys are ready for like to do damage, right? But they want James. Like even in the part where earlier in the school when the school was being attacked, how it nearly convinced James. I like that because I thought it was just gonna be the villains, like Gray's family, but it wasn't. I think that's another cool part I like when I got to meet Gray's quote unquote family or the group he's a part of, and got to see a little bit of him. It was cool. I liked also a little bit of a twist to me was the mom's character. And we spoke about this before, James. I mean Caleb, where the where the mom literally is saying how she loves Gray. And I'm like, that's interesting because it's weird because you don't usually see that when it comes to the villain quote unquote side. Like she genuinely, even though James Gray isn't her kid, she genuinely has love for him. She kept repeating it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. No, for sure. She is definitely interesting character. That's all I'll say. Yeah. And then last thing before I let you guys go, thank you for indulging me for this long. Is what are you? And we touched on it a little bit, but what are you most excited to see in going forward in the story in general, and then in book 2, and then success after what you've read. You know what I'm saying? Like just going forward, like given from what you've read.
I'm most excited to be entertained, like to be entertained, but also for it to be more Christ filled, like
Definitely
kind of like the Bible, where has more of God in it, right? But it's like that doesn't stop humans from being humans. If that makes sense. It's kind of the best way I would say it is like this whole story is like the book of Ruth or Esther, where God is clearly involved, but it's not like blatant.
Yeah.
Where God is saying something or God is like, oh, storm comes and this, that, the other. It's like he's clearly involved. Like that. Where that's just how I saw it. That's how honestly with you, I think that's why I think your book is so great. It speaks about God and it relates to God and it's for Christians, but it doesn't need to say God said this or God did this. You can kind of insinuate what he's doing. But that's just what I'm expecting. I desire, I'm not expecting it, but I desire for my 4 characters, even Epios included, to continue to grow. I desire for them to grow in some way, shape, or form. I need James to, I'm not going to lie, I need him to kind of get over Kayla, at least until she can properly give him the respect he deserves, in my opinion. Like, I don't mean deserves like he has all right to it, but like he's a human being. She should be able to treat him like one, and he should be able to have enough self-esteem to desire to be treated like one.
Yeah, that's real.
But yeah, that's.
What about you, Success? What did you see?
Well, I was in the living room conversating with my mom.
No,
question. I came back. I was listening to what y'all was saying, but I couldn't link it back to the question.
Okay. Yeah. It was just from what you've read so far. Like you're 60% through, maybe 70 through book 2 as well. What are you most?
I gotta read it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I would say it's definitely 70.
Yeah, you're
actually now the chapters are long. It might be 60.
Well, there's 3 left. So
true. Yeah,
and you're towards the end of the one that you're on. I can't wait. By the way, till you get to the end of the one that you're on. Is very fire. It has relation to something that Asher recently brought up. But yeah, it was just what are you most excited to see for the rest of the series going forward, or at least, or just for the rest of this book and stuff like that. Like, what are you most excited or hoping to see?
I think that I'm most excited to see. Asher, do you know about any future characters?
I know he told me about a couple.
But,
I don't remember their names. I don't remember their names, but he told me about a couple of them.
Yeah, he's seen them, but he doesn't know them.
Some of them seem shadier than a mug, but whatever. I'm just saying.
I'm most excited to. Sorry.
No. You can go.
Most excited to see my boy Victor.
Wait, hold on. Is Victor the one that looks like the universe? Or
Nah. Victor is one of the people in Gray's family. He is very cool and very strong. That's all I'll say.
You're using very broad terms.
He's gonna be a fan favorite. Before Success had even read it, I told him about Victor. Just like what his premise, his concept, like without being in depth or anything like that. And Success said that was his favorite character. So, and then he just mentioned him again. But Victor will be mentioned. Like he will make an appearance in this book that you're reading. Success. I'll say that he will make an appearance. But yeah, Victor is definitely going to be when he is introduced. I'll say fully, it's going to be iconic. I will say that it's going to be one of the biggest, most iconic moments of the series to date when it happened.
Because technically, he shows up in book 1
That's
towards
true.
the end. You
That's
just
true.
don't know him.
Exactly. That's true. Yeah, you don't know it's him. I definitely made sure not to say his name.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, he is in. He has one appearance in the first book as well.
Does he?
Yes.
Remember
he
that
does.
guy?
But
Wait,
yeah,
is it the cowboy?
No. The cowboy. That's Lawburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
You finished all of book 1, right?
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah. You've gotten the description for him. You just do not know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember getting a description for him. I don't.
Yeah, it's in the date chapter. I'll give you that. But yeah, Victor is. He's gonna have an iconic intro for sure. That's all I'll say.
Is he the depressed one?
He is not that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got with a Gray's family, but like I did. Yeah, we have a depressed one. We have one that's always fighting, and we have one that's always playing video games, and then we have Gray, and I think they have a sister. I don't know.
You want me to confirm which one it is?
Yes, actually, yeah.
He's the one playing the video games, right, Caleb?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah. Oh, really? You like that guy? Okay.
No, trust
Dude,
me.
you
Just trust me. Just
if-
trust me.
if whatever
Just
Taylor
take.
told me-
Yeah. Just take his word for it. Just take his word for it.
I was say he can be very childish and immature, and I'm like, boy, I'll beat the crap out. Oh,
No, you won't.
Well,
His name's Victor for a reason. No, you won't. But now go ahead. Sorry. Let me interrupt.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see Epios pop off some more. I'm excited for Epios, period. I'm interested to see where James' character goes. And has James fought Gray yet at this point?
No,
in book 1?
He doesn't even know Gray exists. The only thing that James knows about Gray is that they said somebody named Gray killed Laura in the tech school.
Oh, okay.
That's all he
I'm
knows.
excited to see them confront each other because
Gray knows about him.
Oh yeah.
Know about Gray.
Right.
This endless battle to capture Epios and James is crazy.
Yeah. Now I'll say, or sorry, not to interrupt. I'll let you finish successfully. Make sure you're going to say. I will say that the moment Gray and James meet, it's iconic. Like it's just cinema. It's hands up for sure. But no, sorry.
Will we see more of Acri, by the way?
What'd you say?
Will we see more of Acri, by the way? Or
the it's going to be
brother who's betraying
It's gonna be a little bit, but he's a very important character. He's gonna have his full development. He's gonna have plenty of time as the story goes on. But we will.
Yeah.
I won't say if it's in this book or not, but you'll know all about it. Sorry, if I cut you off.
No, you're good. Final thing I'm excited to see James is who he ends up with.
Yeah, it's
who. Then that's like probably end of story stuff. Or it might be mid story stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more mid. It's more mid.
Or if he ends up with anyone. Shoot. I mean, you know, I'm interested.
Oh, I know he's gonna end up with somebody. We all know he's gonna end up with somebody.
Yeah, he is gonna end up with somebody.
Right.
Will he end up with Kayla or will he end up with somebody else?
And I hope it's not Kayla. And I hope it's not Kayla.
I'm telling you, hey,
gotta give Greg
success. If not this book, then the one after that, you will want them to be together.
We do need. I do need to give grace, but like, dang, bro, Kayla makes it hard, man.
I think by the end of this book, sorry, you go Asher for sure. By the end of this book, both Kayla and Terrence, y'all are both gonna rock with them. Or at least be cool with Terrence for sure, and then Kayla, she's definitely gonna have moved up for sure. Wait, go ahead, Asher. Go ahead.
I'm sure, but like, you gotta just give grace to her. You gotta give her time, because I'm not gonna lie. Because the way I think about it is like a real life relationship. There are women like that, and there are men like that. Even if you don't like them or feel some sort of reservation, they don't stay like that forever. Well, God willing, of course. But you gotta just give them time. You really gotta give them time. You gotta forgive, and just kind of like, okay, you know what? All right, I'm gonna let it slide.
Sound like release it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my
Yeah. No, for sure. But that's all from us, guys. Thank you for taking the time to come and kick it with us on the Spiritwarriors podcast. I'll be back. Haley will definitely be back. After success, they will definitely be back, and we'll be talking more anime, more games, this and that. Definitely have to have y'all on like some of the gaming streams whenever we do those too, if you guys want to. So going in the future and stuff. But that's all we got for today, and we'll catch y'all next time.